Hello guys, welcome back. So now I'm going to explain about the topic of arrays. The introduction. Arrays are one of the fundamental data structures in the C programming language. They allow programmers to store multiple values of the same data type under a single variable name. Using arrays simplifies data management, especially when dealing with large collectors of similar data such as marks, salaries, or sensor readings. So, the definition of arrays. An array is a collection of elements of the same data type that are stored in contiguous memory locations. Each element in an array is accessed using an index number, which is starting from 0. It makes it easier to handle large amounts of data efficiently. So, for example, let us consider a situation where we need to store marks of 5 students. Without arrays, we would need 5 different variables such as int m1, m2, m3, m4, and 5. But using an array, we can store them as int mark close interval of 5. So the declaration of arrays. In C, arrays must be declared before they can be used. The declaration specifies the data type of elements and the number of elements it can hold. And the syntax for the declaration is data underscore type array, the type of the array underscore and its name, which is the array size. So for example, here we're using int numbers 10. So here numbers is an integer array capable of storing 10 integers. The valid indices range from 0 to 9. Then the next one is the initialization of arrays. Initialization refers to assigning values to the array elements. This can be done either during declaration or afterward. Example 1. So during declaration. So here we're declaring all the variables. And the example 2 is the partial initialization. So int b of I is equal to 10, 20. So here we're taking the remaining elements are set to 0. And then the example 3 without size. Here in C, and we're not taking the size, but we're taking 5, 10, 15, 20. So the compiler determines size as 4. And the next one is the accessing array elements. Array elements are accessed using the indices. The first element has index 0 and the last it has index n minus 1, where n is the size of the array. So for example, let us take in marks of 3, which is 85, 90, 95. And here we're taking printf percentile of marks of 1. So here 85 is 0, 90 is 1, and 95 is 1. So since we are taking marks of 1, here the output will get us 90. Attempting to access an index outside the declared range causes undefined behavior, which can lead to runtime errors or data corruption. So the processing of arrays. Arrays are often processed using loops for tasks such as input, output, and computation. So for example, let us take summing array elements. So here we're declaring int I comma sum is equal to 0, and we declare the elements of the array, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here we're using the for loop. So in this example, the loop traverses each element in the array and adds it to the variable sum. So it will go on until this condition is satisfied. And if the condition is not satisfied, it will come out of the loop. So the next one is the memory representation. Arrays are stored in contiguous blocks of memory. This means that the elements are stored one after another. If an integer takes 4 bytes and the first element starts at address 0, then the addresses will be array of 0 is 1000, array of 1 is equals to 1004, array of 2 is equals to 1008, and array of 3 is equals to 1004, and so on. The contiguous storage allows efficient indexing and processing of elements using pointer arithmetic. The advantages. It is easy to declare and use, and it provides fast access using indices. It simplifies code when handling multiple data related data items. And the limitation. It is fixed size. It cannot grow or shrink at runtime. It cannot store elements of different data type. And accessing out of bounds indices leads to error. So the summary in total. Arrays and C are used to store multiple values of the same data type. They are declared with a fixed size and accessed using indices. Initialization can occur at declaration of later. And loops are typically used to process arrays efficiently. And the elements are stored in contiguous memory location. Arrays form the basis for advanced data structures such as matrices, strings, and dynamic array in higher level programming. So that's it about the topic of arrays. Thank you.